Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Queen with Queen Homeschool Supplies, and today I'm going to start a new video series all based on my book, The Writer Within, Unlocking Your Child's Creative Writing Potential. And this is available on our website at queenhomeschool.com under the Parent Resources section. It's a book for parents to help you help your child who maybe struggles with writing. When I give this session around the country, I usually start off by just introducing that I'm going to be talking about creative writing. And right away I can see some people kind of flinch because creative writing for some of us is a very fun activity that we love and we enjoy. We can't wait to do it with our kids, or maybe our kids really enjoy it. And for some others, it's not that way, and it brings a certain fear. And I want to help those who are fearful of doing creative writing, or maybe it's not that you're fearful of doing creative writing, but you have a child who struggles to write. So I want to help those who really either want to help their child who's already good at creative writing just to improve, and also those who have children who struggle with creative writing, or maybe you struggle with teaching your child creative writing. But before we start, I want to do an exercise with you, okay? I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write this sentence. And wherever I say the word blank, I want you to draw a blank line because you're going to go back and fill it in, all right? And here's the sentence. The blank dog ran down the blank street. And now I want you to rewrite that sentence 5 times, leaving blanks right there. So you can go ahead and pause the video while you do that. And then I'll come back and finish this, okay, after you've written it 5 times. Okay, have you done that? So now that you have written that sentence out 5 times with the blanks, I want you to pause again and go back and fill in those blanks with different adjectives and adverbs, and make sure each sentence is different. So go ahead and pause again while you do that. Okay, now that you're back, we are not going to look at those right now. We're going to actually look at them tomorrow, so don't lose that piece of paper. Okay, but for now, I just want to share some of the experiences that I hear most often when I give this session around the country. And I have 6 children. I've homeschooled them all from the very beginning through graduation. My youngest will graduate in next month, if he finishes his schoolwork on time. You know, during this quarantine time, things are really thrown off. And my husband woke up this morning and said, Kylie, to my oldest daughter, why are you working today? And she said, because I always work on Fridays, Dad. And he said, oh, I thought today was Saturday. So maybe you have some of that going on too, and your schedule's disrupted. Ours surely is. But anyhow, through the many years that I've given this particular session, The Writer Within, Unlocking Your Child's Creative Writing Potential, some of the objections that I hear most commonly from parents are, and from children too, I can't write. I'm not creative enough to describe things like that. I can't think of anything to write about. That's a very common one. Common myths that parents sometimes believe is, well, that child's just not a writer, or writing isn't his strength, or I'm not good at writing, so of course my kids aren't going to be either. And let me just tell you right now, those are all myths. The truth is that if you have a child who is reading and doesn't have learning disabilities, and kids with learning disabilities can write also, but that's not what this session is about. This is about a child who maybe just gets a mental block or thinks that they can't do it, or the parent who kind of gives up on trying to teach a child because they think the child can't do it. If your child can read and hold a pen or pencil and write, he can write. He can write creatively, and so can you as an adult if you can do those things and have always felt that you couldn't. And so, you know, perhaps you still struggle with creative writing, and so the problem isn't that you can't physically write. It's just that you're not quite sure of what is required of you. And often that's the case with your child. So join me for this series of videos. I think it'll be very helpful for you. Either whatever, however you fit into those categories I described. I've had a couple of kids who have struggled with creative writing. And once we got over that, I can't do it, or I don't know what you want from me as far as writing goes. Those children turned out to be very good writers. All 6 of my kids are published authors, award-winning authors. Not because I'm an award-winning author, which of course, if you know me, you know that I have won multiple awards for books that I've written. But that's not why my kids are award-winning authors. They are award-winning authors because every child can be an award-winning author. Every child can write. And so can yours. So I hope you'll join me for this whole series of very short videos like this one this week in our Facebook group for Queen Homeschool Supplies. Feel free to share these videos, invite your friends to the group so they can see the daily videos. Tomorrow I'm going to give you some practical applications for helping those children who struggle with their writing. So I hope you'll join me.